Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Good morning. Prime Minister Davis calling for action on a loss and damage fund. And Sands hits back at claims that the FNM leadership orchestrated an attack. And in our interview today, we're talking with Shell about a promotion, a Christmas promotion. We're going to be talking to Alive about Junkanoo ticket sales and also the Roots Junkanoo Group in our business hour. That's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Chester Robards filling in for Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's it's the start of the end of the old way. Revolution. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Monday, December 4th, 2023, and this is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Chester Robards filling in for Dwight Strachan. Again, later this morning, we will be talking with Shell about a Christmas promotion they've got going on. We're going to be talking with Alive about Junkanoo ticket sales and the Roots Junkanoo Group. Are you a Roots? But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while you were sleeping and the top national and international headlines this morning. And in the overnight, though Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis welcomed the establishment of a loss and damage fund by members of the United Nations Climate Change Conference, also known as COP, to assist countries already dealing with the fallout of climate change, he questioned how long it will take for countries to access financing. He says, quote, "Surely this puts beyond doubt and debate that the principle has now been settled, the polluter pays. But it has taken 30 years to agree that there should be a fund for loss and damage, and in 13 years we have not hit the original pledge goal of $100 billion per year. How long must we now wait to have this new fund capitalized?" And Free National Movement Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands yesterday condemned accusations made by Vice Chairman Richard Johnson that an alleged attack on him outside FNM headquarters on Mackey Street last Thursday night was orchestrated by the party's leadership. Johnson repeatedly claimed that he was attacked because days earlier he publicly expressed a desire for Dr. Hubert Minnis to return as FNM leader. But he also told the Nassau Guardian after the incident that night that he did not know who attacked him, as he had never seen the man before. And opposition leader Michael Pintard said the Davis administration cannot embrace the International Monetary Fund's projection that the Bahamian economy will grow from 1.8% to 2.3%, but reject its projection that the deficit will be higher than budgeted. He said, quote, "We find it curious and revealing that Minister of Economic Affairs Michael Halkitis and the Davis administration would happily embrace the IMF's new projection of larger economic growth next year, but then try to trash the budget-busting projection done by the very same IMF. If the minister is telling the Bahamian people to ignore the reforecasted spike in the budget deficit, should we also ignore the forecast of improved economic performance? The PLP wants to cherry-pick the good news and stick their heads in the sand on the bad news. And some good news, new HIV cases are down 63%, says Minister of Health Michael Darville, as he highlighted the decline in the new HIV/AIDS cases over the last decade. He declared on Friday that the end of AIDS is in sight. That's a quote. He says, "As a nation, we have made advancements in the fight against HIV, and my ministry can report that we have shown remarkable progress in the decline of new cases of HIV. Newly reported HIV diagnoses decreased by 63% between 2012 and 2022. More people who are living with HIV are accessing life-saving medication. The total number of persons on treatment increased nearly threefold from 1,047 in 2012 to 3,017 in 2022. This medication is free of charge to all patients within public and private sectors." And in international news, Israel orders evacuations as it widens its offensive, but Palestinians are running out of places to go. Israel's military renewed calls Monday for mass evacuations from the southern town of Khan Yunis, where tens of thousands of displaced Palestinians have sought refuge in recent weeks as it widened its ground offensive and bombarded targets across the Gaza Strip. The expanded operations, following the expiration of a week-long ceasefire, are aimed at eliminating Gaza's Hamas rulers, whose October 7th attack into Israel triggered the deadliest Israeli-Palestinian violence in decades. The war has already killed thousands of Palestinians and displaced over three-fourths of the territory's population of 2.3 million people, who are running out of safe places to go. Already under mounting pressure from its top ally, the United States, Israel appears to be racing to strike a death blow against Hamas, if that's possible given the group's deep roots in Palestinian society, before any new ceasefire. But the mounting toll of the fighting, which Palestinian health officials say has killed several hundred civilians since the truce ended on Friday, is likely to further increase international pressure to return to the negotiating table. Let's take a look at sports now. A busy day concluded a weekend of sailing at Montague Bay yesterday as the best of the best regatta wrapped up with Championship Sunday, culminating the four-day event. Neighboring islands of Exuma and Long Island split the four classes in action with 2 wins each. The A class was secured by Exuma's silent partner, which Captain Leslie Buzzy Roll was captained by Leslie Buzzy Roll. Long Island's new Susan Chase and Sassy Sue won the B and C classes, respectively, Both boats were captained by Stephen Knowles. The E-Class was won by Exuma's Lady Kayla. That boat was captained by junior sailors Joss Knowles and Keanu Hutchinson. Last year, Stephen Knowles won the overall titles in the A. And a total of 3 champions were crowned in the Bahamas Youth Flag Football League as it wrapped up its 2023 regular season outside the old Thomas A. Robinson Track and Field Stadium on Saturday. In the featured game, Team Ine won the 6-9 age group championship game, taking down Team Dawkins. The 10-13 age group was locked up by Team Dawkins. In the 14-17 age group, Team Monroe won the championship trophy. In the 6-9 age group, Team Ine got 4 touchdowns from the season's most valuable player, Chadnaldo King, en route to a 35-13 stampede over Team Dawkins. Head coach for Team Ine Marshall, said that her team worked hard all season. And in a battle between the Queen's College Comets and the St. Augustine's College Big Red Machine, both teams won 3 divisions at the Bahamas Association of Independent Secondary Schools cross-country championships at St. Andrew's School on Friday. The Comets won the under-13 girls, under-15 boys, and under-20 girls division. SAC came away with the under-13 boys, under-17 girls, and the under-20 boys division. Also winning a division title with Temple Christian Sons and Windsor Preparatory School. The Suns captured the under-15 girls title, and Windsor secured the under-17 boys division. That's sports, and that's the overnight. It's now time for your first look at weather. And here's your weather forecast for today, Monday, December 4th. The general situation, a ridge of high pressure across the area will continue to weaken and shift eastward to allow a cold front to move into the northwest Bahamas later today. Meanwhile, a surface trough will enhance shower activity as it shifts westward across the southeast Bahamas this evening. Special warnings, there is the potential for patchy fog to occur during the early morning hours, especially in marshy areas in the northwest Bahamas. Mariners and beachgoers should continue to exercise caution due to the moderate risk of rip currents. For the northwest Bahamas, weather partly sunny and warm with isolated showers and a few possible thunderstorms occurring mainly in the vicinity of the front. Small craft operators should exercise caution due to swells. Winds south to southwest at 10 knots or less, falling light and variable at times, veering northwest to north at 10 knots or less, falling light and variable at times later today. Seas 1 to 3 feet near shore, building up to 15 feet offshore in easterly swells. For the central and southeast Bahamas, weather partly sunny and warm with isolated showers. Small craft operators should exercise caution due to swells. Winds east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots in the central and southeast Bahamas, shifting northeast to east this evening. Seas 2 to 4 feet near shore and in sheltered areas, building up to 6 feet offshore in easterly swells. Your high temperature today, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius. Your low temperature tonight, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 degrees Celsius. We will have an extended forecast for you later on in the show. That's your first look at weather. When we come back, we're discussing some of the day's top stories. That's when Morning Blend continues here on Guardian Radio 96.9, home of fresh news and smart talk all day.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. Start of a new way. You know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
J&J got what you need for everyday skincare. For that smooth skin, got Neutrogena, Aveeno Clean and Clear. We got Listerine that's gonna keep your breath fresh and clean. For all that you love, I'm gonna tell you what you need. Johnson & Johnson, Children's Motrin, Aveeno, Johnson, baby. Johnson & Johnson, Black Benadryl, got Tylenol and Bengay. Johnson & Johnson, Lubriderm, Imodium and Visine. For all that you love, I'm gonna tell you what you need. Johnson & Johnson.
Proudly distributed by Lowe's Wholesale. You could win a Samsung tablet with Wim Automotive. It's simple. Spend $60 or more between December 9th and December 30th and enter to win one of 2 tablets. The winners will be announced live on air December 23rd and December 31st. So make sure you tune in to Hot 91.7 to see if you are one of the winners. Shop in-store or use our drive-thru to get the parts you need. You can also shop online at www.wimauto.com. Shop with Wim and have a Merry Christmas.
'Tis the season for sharing with loved ones and friends, and a time for reflection on the year soon to end. But before this year ends and the new has to begun, we at Screws and Fasteners World would share a gift too, though it be only one. For trusting our services in projects great or small, we thank you for stopping by or giving us a call. As we bid farewell to this year at its end, should we not meet tomorrow or on the other days round the bend, have a happy Christmas and a safe celebration till we meet again next year for another collaboration.
Go CIBC First Caribbean. We help you
to get what you want this year. Spin the wheel of wishes with a trip for 2 to Miami. Spin the wheel of wishes. You can win loads of cash for Christmas. CIBC First Caribbean.
Win with your approved loan. Visit CIBC FCIB/Wheel of Wishes for more information. Conditions apply.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, wake up.
It's a Christmas wish for all of you. Get a no-fee loan from RBC, it's true.
This Christmas, your wish could come true with a no-fee loan from RBC. You have 5 chances to win up to $5,000 Christmas cash.
It's a Christmas wish for all of you. Get a no-fee loan from RBC, it's true.
Learn more at rbc.com/Caribbean/Christmas cash. Subject to normal lending criteria. Conditions apply.
At Wendy's, we are different. We don't just use beef. It's fresh, never frozen. Our burgers are square because we never cut corners. Served hot off the grill with fresh lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and American cheese. We believe in fast food done right. Always serving fresh, never frozen beef. Order a hot, juicy Dave single, double, or triple. Made with fresh, never frozen beef. Now only at Wendy's. Different inside and out.
Hello?
Hey girl, what you saying? I just was calling to check up on you.
Hey girl, everything fine, but I just can't talk right now. I gotta go to the clinic.
The clinic? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, girl, everything fine with me. I just trying to get this little one ready because he has an appointment for his childhood vaccination.
Well, Logan's 6 years old. I haven't taken him for his last vaccine appointment since before the pandemic.
Did you know that the childhood vaccinations could protect these little ones from preventable diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps? So these vaccinations for the little ones is the best we could do for them.
I'm gonna make that appointment for him because I need him to get up to date with all of his vaccines. Let me let you go, but call me back when you come back home.
Mommy, I need to go get my vaccines.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, PAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
You've tried everything. ASUS with your mother's cousin's sister's auntie, and even hiding your money under your mattress. But is your money safe? Your Bahamian dollar deposit in a member bank or credit union is insured up to $50,000. If anything happens, your deposit up to the insured value will be returned to you thanks to Deposit Insurance. Visit Deposit Insurance Corporation at www.dic.bf.
Protection for your money guaranteed with DIC.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's the start of the end of the old way.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We're streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app for your smart devices, and on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 or BTC Flow Channel 612. We're all over social media. Again, good morning. I'm Chester Robards. Dwight Strachan is taking a much-needed vacation, and you can join the conversation with me today. Be sure to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/morningblend969. Leave your comments and read what others are saying about topics on this show. You can email us at morningblend@nascar.com, or you can text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC. Text us at 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Standard text rates do apply. You can also call us 323-6232, 325-4316. 325-4259. If you're in the Family Islands, you can call us toll-free, 242-300-5720. Love to hear from you. Also coming up this morning, more weather and traffic. We have business news coming up in Morning Blend Business at 9 a.m. But first, it's time to talk about what's in the news. And in the news, some pretty interesting things to discuss today. We don't have too much time, given my late start. I apologize for that. Forgive me on this first day. But Pintar talking about the IMF report, saying that the Davis administration wants to cherry pick parts of the report. He explains that the Davis administration cannot embrace the International Monetary Fund's projection that the Bahamian economy will grow. They projected 1.8%, but now they are projecting 2.3%, but also reject the IMF's projection that the deficit will be higher than the government has budgeted. We're going to talk about that. Also, of course, making the rounds everywhere. It's Christmas tree. The Tribune revealing that Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Mario Bowleg, defended the aesthetic of the Christmas tree in Parliament Square, and he was saying the Christmas tree during the lighting ceremony was incomplete. And every picture you saw going around on social media of the two-faced Christmas tree was because it was incomplete, apparently. And what they said they pay for it? $25,000, $25,000 Christmas tree decorating. And the comments have been hilarious about it. Everybody feels like it happens all the time. When it comes to Christmas decorations, that is. And new HIV cases down 63%. It's good news. Let's talk about it. Of course, you can join us, join the conversation before we go to our first break. But the IMF report, if you were catching up with the news last week about the IMF report, what the IMF was saying that they changed the Bahamas' growth projection, their initial projection of 1.8%. They thought the economy would grow by, and they changed it to 2.3%. So the opposition is saying that the Davis administration cannot accept that the IMF's growth projection has changed. It's a good thing, but reject that the IMF is thinking that the deficit will be higher than the government has budgeted. Now, it's the government's prerogative, of course, to disagree with the IMF's projections. The IMF, again, they are making an educated guess based on what they know and what they see, and the government is projecting its budget deficit based on what they think they can do in terms of bringing in revenue, right, and keeping expenditure at bay. So we'll see. I mean, you know, they said last week that they are confident that the measures that they've put in place to collect revenue, not new revenue, but revenue that has, I guess, been a bit lax in collecting over many years. One of those is real property tax, but they've changed how that's being collected. The Department of Inland Revenue is hard at work trying to get people to be compliant with paying value-added tax, and so the government thinks that all of this will bode well for bringing in the country's revenue. Apparently, what's the app? Exempt app that's being used by the Customs Department is doing very well in capturing revenue there. Apparently, I haven't talked to them about it personally, but I've heard that people are using the app and paying their duty on stuff. That's a change, Bahamians. So, what do you think? I wait to see how well the government is at revenue collection based on some of the policies they've changed, some of the hardline approach they've taken to collecting certain taxes. They always have to hope there's no shortfall in VAT. So we'll see where that's going. Some of your text messages are coming in. This person says, so good morning. Why have a Christmas tree lighting ceremony and the tree is incomplete? It does not make sense. So that is a good question, and I was wondering the same thing. At first, everyone thought that that was how the tree was supposed to look, but apparently not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You have a company that's hired to do something and they don't get it finished by time. How do you light an incomplete tree? I guess the lights were on there. Just some of the decorations missing. So it was half a lighting ceremony. This person says Chester Motor Mouth Pintar cherry picking the report because he believes the bad part. Government doesn't have to agree with everything the IMF says. Governance. The FNM needs to stop siding with international people only when they are in opposition. We have professional people who live here and know what's going on here. Yeah. And like you said, it is only their best guess that the government will miss their deficit projection. And as the government said last week, Minister of Economic Affairs Michael Halkitis at the Office of the Prime Minister press conference stating that even if the deficit projection is what the IMF says it will be lower than the deficit in the last budget year. So, which is still a good thing. But they are extremely hopeful that they will get this deficit projection. I forgot what it was. Let me see if it's later on in the story. But get the country's deficit down to a manageable level. Here we are. So the IMF thinks that the budget deficit will be 2.6%, which is just a difference of opinion, I think. No, I'm not going to try and guess what the government is hoping that their deficit projection would be. Let's read some more of your text messages before we have to jet to a break. I think if the public doesn't make a big deal about the tree on social media, then the tree will always be ugly and half done. It seems like it's only after people get on social media and make fun of the tree, then it gets somewhat fixed. This person says, morning, that tree was finished straight. They made the company go back to the drawing board because of public backlash. Boy, maybe. And somebody blames BPL. Okay. For the Christmas tree? For the deficit? What are you blaming BPL for? Hey, I mean, like I said, you hire a company to do a job and you have a deadline and the deadline isn't met. If that was the case, then I don't know. What do you say? What do you do? If you're a business owner and you happen upon a situation like this, what do you do? You know what's going to happen. You know what the Bahamian public is going to do to you, especially given the history of Christmas decoration. What do you call it? Malfunctions, faux pas. I don't know what is it. Over the last couple of years, so we ain't easy. I mean, we did love the Christmas decorations downtown last year. It was that walkthrough thing that I didn't get to do, but and on the by the Western Esplanade there was some nice walk. So we'll see what else they have in store. Maybe they'll change their mind about Christmas time downtown again. All right, let's take this first break so that we don't run out of time, and Morning Blend will continue on the other side.
Power on the holidays this Christmas with Custom Computers. We have everything that everyone wants to see under the tree. Laptops, iPads, AirPods, Apple Watches, Bluetooth speakers, and more. Find gifts for every reason this Christmas season at Custom Computers. Visit us on Patton Street in Palmdale, opposite Liquid Courage, or in Caves Village through the Blake Road entrance. The best Christmas has to offer is right here at your one-stop shop. Custom Computers.
Christmas is here, and all roads lead to Bahamas Building and Fire. Get the best selection and prices on Christmas indoor and outdoor decorations, ornaments, trees, ribbons, flowers, and lights, just to name a few. While there, check out the appliance combos, ductless AC units, generators, household supplies, Junkanoo and craft supplies, and a whole lot more. Our friendly staff is waiting to roll out the red carpet just for you. We ship to the Family Islands and even deliver locally at no additional charge. Bahamas Welding and Fire, located on Wilton Street. We've got everything you need this Christmas.
Get ready to jingle all the way to Christmas with Fidelity's festive giveaway with over $10,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs. Apply for a loan or open an ASUS savings account for a chance to win big. Visit any of our branches for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
What would you do with extra cash? Plan a trip.
Overhaul my wardrobe.
With CIBC First Caribbean, you can get comfy with savings on your mortgage costs. Buy or build your home or switch your mortgage to us and get up to US $1,000 off the loan application fee. Up to US $2,000 off home insurance. With up to US $10,000 towards switching costs, your pockets will be comfy too. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/get comfy for more information. Conditions apply.
Take some advice from your Aunt Angie. If you want to go scuba diving on your vacation, don't bedazzle your wetsuit. And you think you look great, but what you don't realize is that you look like a shiny, scaly fish. And it won't take long for a shark to notice you. Next thing you know, you're busting out every karate move you got. But if you're smart, you'll have CG medical insurance and get airlifted out to the closest hospital.
Get coverage for emergency evacuations. CG Atlantic Medical and Life Insurance. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
There's a new electric vehicle in town. The Jack brand of SUVs, trucks, sedans, and commercial vans. Available only at Easy Car Sales, home of the fully electric vehicle. For a powerful, smooth ride at a fraction of the cost to drive, leave the pump behind and hit the road with Jack. Visit easy242.com to see our brand new Jack models and drop into Easy Car Sales for a test drive. It'll have you singing. Hit the road with Jack, and don't you pump gas no more.
Cashmas is here at Percy's Island Game. 78 winners, $250,000 in cash and prizes, and a grand prize of $50,000 in cash. And there's more. 7-day Caribbean and Alaska cruises, 7-day trips to New York, Las Vegas, and London, TVs, iPads, cell phones, and 3 brand new 2023 Toyotas. Enter to win each time you deposit $20 on your verified account at the only place with the cash, the cruises, the toys, the trips, and the cars this Cashmas, and that's Percy's Island Game.
The National Insurance Board encourages all employers and self-employed persons to stay ahead of the 2024 rush by scheduling a meeting with your inspector today. A one-on-one appointment with your inspector ensures that your account is up to date and compliant, making it a hassle-free process when applying for your tax compliance certificates and business license renewals with the Department of Inland Revenue. Stay ahead, avoid delays. Keep your business thriving. Contact your inspector now. Your success is our priority.
Enjoy the magic of Christmas at Nassau Cruise Port all December long. Visit Santa and his helpers at Santa's workshop for holiday photos. Enjoy Christmas caroling, wreath decorating, mixology classes, and movie marathons. And of course, come for the great concerts and holiday shopping. Nassau Cruise Port is your ultimate destination for Christmas fun. Visit NassauCruisePort.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for details. Nassau Cruise Port, the place to be.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
It's time for your look at traffic. This segment of Morning Blend is brought to you by RBC. Get a no-fee RBC loan plus 5 chances to win up to $5,000. In traffic, your hot spots, Samala Butler Highway, northbound. Traffic is building, not quite Oh, it is 2 Fire Trail Road now. So you probably want to avoid that area already this morning. Gladstone Road is bad, backed up to Fire Trail Road already. And the Fire Trail Road eastbound lane heading to the Samalawat Highway is backed up about halfway. So you want to avoid those areas if you can. In other areas, not too bad near Saunders Beach yet. Heading into downtown, traffic is building. On Eastern Road, traffic backed up past Fox Hill Road to San Souci. And you will find traffic heading toward Village Road, but it loosens up just before Dix Point there. On the east-west highway, traffic not looking too bad. It is pretty thick, though, on Blue Hill Road, northbound, and Carmichael Road there at the intersection of Blue Hill Road. It's building. Blue Hill Road backed up all the way past St. Vincent Road. If there's an alternate route for you guys there, you probably want to take that. Those are your hot spots at the moment. We'll have another look at traffic for you in the 8 o'clock hour. This segment of Morning Blend was brought to you by RBC. Learn more at rbc.com/Caribbean/Christmas cash. And the segment brought to you by Easy Car Sales. Ready to break free from the pump? Visit Easy Car Sales and take the wheel of an electric vehicle. It's not just a test drive, it's a revolution. Dump the pump and drive electric. Visit easy242.com. Your public forecast for today: general situation. A ridge of high pressure across the area will continue to weaken and shift eastward to allow a cold front to move into the northwest Bahamas later today. Meanwhile, a surface trough will enhance shower activity as it shifts westward across the southeast Bahamas this evening. There is a potential for patchy fog to occur during the early morning hours, especially in marshy areas in the northwest Bahamas. Mariners and beachgoers should continue to exercise caution due to the moderate risk of rip currents. In the northwest Bahamas, weather partly sunny and warm with isolated showers and a few possible thunderstorms occurring, mainly in the vicinity of the front. Small craft operators should exercise caution due to swells. Winds south to southwest at 10 knots or less, falling light and variable at times, veering northwest to north at 10 knots or less, falling light and variable at times later today. Seas 1 to 3 feet near shore, building up to 5 feet offshore in easterly swells. For the central and southeast Bahamas, weather partly sunny and warm with isolated showers. Small craft operators should exercise caution due to swells. Winds east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots in the central and southeast Bahamas, shifting northeast to east this evening. Seas 2 to 4 feet near shore and in sheltered areas, building up to 6 feet offshore in easterly swells. Your high temperature today, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius. Your low temperature tonight, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 degrees Celsius. We'll have more in weather for you in the 8 o'clock hour. Easy Car Sales invites you to take an electrifying experience. Take an electric vehicle for a spin and discover the future of driving today. There's an EV waiting for you at easy242.com.
It's a Christmas wish for all of you. Get a no-fee loan from RBC. It's true.
This Christmas, your wish could come true with a no-fee loan from RBC. You have 5 chances to win up to $5,000 Christmas cash.
It's a Christmas wish for all of you. Get a no-fee loan from RBC. It's true.
Learn more at rbc.com/Caribbean/Christmas cash. Subject to normal lending criteria. Conditions apply.
You could win a Samsung tablet with Wim Automotive. It's simple. Spend $60 or more between December 9th and December 30th and enter to win one of 2 tablets. The winners will be announced live on air December 23rd and December 31st. So make sure you tune in to Hot 91.7 to see if you are one of the winners. Shop in-store or use our drive-thru to get the parts you need. You can also shop online at www.wimauto.com. Shop with Wim and have a Merry Christmas.
And welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. I'm Chester Robards. And still in the news, we're talking about the IMF report. We're talking about the opposition saying the government is cherry-picking the good news from the IMF report and ignoring the bad news. Let's look at one of these text messages saying the IMF has been right on Bahamas government more times than it has been wrong. The PLP relied on this in opposition. Why do they reject it now? The IMF report isn't sectional and must be looked at as a whole as growth and revenue goes hand in hand. Prepare for a rough economic winter. Okay? And this person says, morning Christmas in Nassau would not be the same without a national tree to ridicule. We actually look forward to this new cultural event now. Why? Is that what it is? A cultural event? Ridiculing Christmas decorations? So, we are talking about the Christmas tree that was big news over social media. The $25,000 Christmas tree, apparently it wasn't finished when the tree lighting ceremony happened. And so that's why you got the tree that some people said looked like Two-Face from the Batman series. But I think it is done now or close to done. You guys could tell me. I don't remember. I think I saw it driving past. It has changed. But this person saying that the IMF has been right and that the PLP relied on this in opposition is probably true. But things change sometimes drastically for government revenue. Again, they can only project what they think is going to happen with their revenue. And then the population says, hold my cup. right? And then they don't pay. So, yeah, and they say growth and revenue goes hand in hand. So yes, but again, these are just projections. We have to wait and see how close they come. I think there were some concerns that there may be some shortfalls in some revenue areas. And there might be some other shortfalls. So you never know. You never know. Just like in your business, you try to project what sales will be. The sales will increase. If you are a salesperson, your boss keep putting, every year bigger numbers on you, even though you don't know if the market is out there for it. But that's what they hope will happen. And sometimes at the end of the day, it doesn't. So we're talking about that. We're talking about the Christmas tree extravaganza. I hope that we see some more decorations like we did last year. I thought that was really nice. What we saw last year downtown and I think it was at the Western Esplanade that they had decorations, some kind of like walkthrough thing. We are also talking about HIV, new HIV infections. The Minister of Health saying that they have declined 63% over the last decade. And Michael Darville declaring on Friday that, quote, the end of AIDS is in sight. And he said, quote, as a nation, we have made advancements in the fight against HIV, and my ministry can report that we have shown remarkable progress in the decline of new cases of HIV. He says newly reported HIV diagnoses decreased by 63% between 2012 and 2022. More people who are living with HIV are accessing life-saving medication. The total number of persons on treatment increased nearly threefold from 1,047 in 2012 to 3,017 in 2022. They say that he says this medication is free of charge to all patients within the private and public sectors. He also said AIDS-related deaths reported to the Ministry of Health and Wellness have decreased by 41% between 2012 and 2021. He also noted that there were no cases of mother-to-child transmission of HIV among HIV-positive women who took HIV treatment in 2022, although 2 babies were born to mothers who were not on treatment. He says, quote, the Bahamas continues to make gains in achieving the UN AIDS global targets for 2030 to see 95% of people living with HIV knowing their HIV status, 95% of people living with HIV knowing their status on HIV treatment, and 95% of people on treatment with an undetectable HIV viral load, which is the gold standard of care. He said in 2022, 93% of people living with HIV knew their HIV status. 82% of people living with HIV who knew their status were on treatment, and 81% of people living with HIV on treatment were virally suppressed. So that's good news coming from that front. We have more text messages coming in about the FNM talking about the IMF projection. And they say, so the IMF want this government to project doom and gloom then. That would just send the economy tumbling and unstable. And then this person says, cover the Christmas tree until it's finished. I think it's someone let me know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they fixed it. I think they put the rest of the decorations on since the Christmas tree lighting ceremony. But it's tough. How do you have like a national ceremony and you know there are going to be photographs and videos taken and you got half a tree done? That's rough. That's rough. Again, you guys can call in 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, 242-300-5720 if you're calling from the Family Islands, or you can text us 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Join the conversation. We are going to the news in just a bit, but we're talking about the Christmas tree and the $25,000 Christmas tree that the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture said was incomplete during the national tree lighting ceremony. What happens when you contract someone to do something for this day and it is incomplete on that day for something like a national ceremony? I don't know. We're also talking about the IMF report, the opposition saying the PLP is just cherry-picking pieces of it, the good news, and leaving out the bad news. But the the government Minister of Economic Affairs, Michael Halkita, is saying even the bad news is not such bad news because the deficit would still be lower than the last budget period. So when we come back after news, we will be switching gears. So stick and stay, and we'll be right back. And at 8:17, it's time for your final look at weather for this hour. Feel the power of the electric revolution. Swing by Easy Car Sales for a test drive in an electric vehicle. It's a ride you won't forget. Visit easy242.com and see where an electric future can take you. Your general situation, a ridge of high pressure across the area, will continue to weaken and shift eastwards to allow a cold front to move into the northwest Bahamas tonight. Meanwhile, surface and low-level troughs will enhance shower activity across the central and southeast Bahamas through tonight. There is the potential for patchy fog to occur during the early morning hours, especially in marshy areas in the northwest Bahamas. Mariners and beachgoers should continue to exercise caution due to the moderate risk of rip currents. For the northwest Bahamas, weather partly sunny and warm with isolated showers and a few possible thunderstorms occurring mainly in the vicinity of the front. Small craft operators should exercise caution due to swells. Winds south to southwest at 10 knots or less, falling light and variable at times, varying northwest to north at 10 knots or less, falling light and variable at times later today. Seas 1 to 3 feet near shore, building up to 5 feet offshore in easterly swells. For the central and southeast Bahamas, weather partly cloudy and warm, with isolated showers and a chance of a stray thunderstorm or two. Small craft operators should exercise caution due to swells. Winds east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots in the central and southeast Bahamas, shifting northeast to east this evening. Seas 2 to 4 feet near shore and in sheltered areas, building up to 6 feet offshore in easterly swells. Your high temperature today, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius. Your low temperature tonight, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 degrees Celsius. Here's your extended forecast for the next 2 days. The cold front is expected to stall across the northwest Bahamas on Tuesday. Another reinforcing cold front will quickly move across the northwest Bahamas Tuesday night and race through the remainder islands on Wednesday, followed by fresh to strong winds and building seas. Your outlook for Tuesday, partly cloudy, with isolated showers, winds north to northeast at 10 knots or less, falling light and variable at times in the northwest Bahamas, northeast to east at 10 knots, 10 to 15 knots in the central Bahamas, and east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots in the southeast Bahamas. Seas 2 to 4 feet in the northwest Bahamas, building 3 to 5 feet in the central and southeast Bahamas in easterly swells. And your forecast for Wednesday, weather partly cloudy and breezy to windy with isolated showers, mainly in the vicinity of the front. Winds northwest to north at 15 to 20 knots, with higher gusts in the northwest Bahamas. Less than 10 knots in the central and southeast Bahamas at first, becoming northwest to west at 15 to 20 knots behind the frontal boundary. Seas 4 to 6 feet in the northwest Bahamas, building 8 feet along Atlantic exposures. 2 to 4 feet early in the central and southeast Bahamas, increasing to 4 to 6 feet behind the front. That's your outlook. Stuck in traffic, wasting expensive gas? Easy Car Sales invites you to take a test drive in an electric vehicle today. Zero emissions, maximum excitement. Visit easy242.com and find out how you can turn your daily commute into a joyride. It's now time for your look at traffic. This segment of Morning Blend is brought to you by RBC. Get a no-fee RBC loan plus 5 chances to win up to $5,000. And traffic has not improved on Somila Butler Highway. In fact, it has gotten just a little bit worse. Traffic backed up about 1/3 of the way to Carmichael Road, past Fire Trail Road. You want to avoid that area if you can. Traffic on Gladstone Road improved ever so slightly. There are some pockets of slow activity, but that commute has improved. There is traffic on JFK westbound at the intersection of Bahamar Boulevard and Gladstone Road. There is also some traffic in the westbound lane. Also, as you approach Prospect Ridge Road, there is traffic at that roundabout as well. Traffic near Saunders Beach has tightened up there as you approach the bend. Go slow bend there. Not much improvement on the Eastern Road. Traffic still backed up from Fox Hill Road to San Susie. Other hot spots, Blue Hill Road. Looking like there's some movement, a slight improvement, but as you pass the intersection with Carmichael Road, traffic still backed up now past St. Vincent Road. And of course, traffic has built up on Carmichael Road at the intersection with Blue Hill Road, past Southwest Plaza. So you want to find an alternate route if you are stuck there. Those are your traffic hot spots this morning. This segment of Morning Blend has been brought to you by RBC. Learn more at rbc.com/Caribbean/Christmas cash. Good morning, and we're back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. And I'm Chester Robards. Dwight is on a much-needed vacation. He told me to say that, much needed. I don't know if I agree. But we're switching gears now. We are here with Shell, and they're talking about a Christmas promotion. We've got in studio with us Fabian, Fernanda, and Edwin Thompson. We are happy to have you here to talk about this Christmas promotion. We're always excited when we hear Christmas and promotion.
Jingle all the way. It's here. It's
Tingle.
Jingle. Jingle all the way.
Jingle.
So, yeah, let's talk about it. Tell us about what we have going on over at Shell.
Good. So, Chester, you know it's never Christmas time until Shell launches our annual Christmas promotion because everyone look forward to it because we have so much to give away and so much going on. But this year, our theme this year is Jingle All the Way Around the World. So, you know, with that theme, we want to make sure that customers can come in, they can fuel up with us, they spend $20 or more, and now they get entered into our promotion to win. And we're taking you anywhere you want to go around the world.
Oh.
Hey, look here. And I've been checking some flights already. And, you know, I see you could, for this amount that we're giving you, $5,000 in cash to travel around the world. I could get a ticket to Paris. I could get a ticket to Spain. I could get a ticket to Atlanta, Chicago. And it's still a little under 5,000.
Yeah.
And that's for two people.
Wow.
So, you know, this is something that I think everybody want to take advantage of. And come 2024, everybody want to travel. They want to get away. Because everything is relaxed now. We're back to normalcy. And this is what Shell do. We want to reward you and let you go love yourself.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, we get some other stuff, right?
There's more.
Oh, yeah. Not only the travel, you know, we get, you know, it's football season now. Yesterday was a big day.
Big day.
And, you know, Miami Dolphins fans, that's going crazy right now because they won a big game yesterday too, right? And so they're 9-3, and we got a big game coming up for them at the in January, and it's going to be. Is it January or December?
It's January.
Right.
So, you know, that's that big game on January 7th. You got all these Miami Dolphins fans in the country, and you got some Buffalo fans,
Buffalo
you know,
Bills.
hiding somewhere in the back there.
Uh-huh.
So we taking them all the way to that Miami game, all expenses paid, you know, for 2 people. You get the game, you get the NFL, you get the hotel, you get the travel, you get money in your pocket. We sending them
Yeah.
there.
And they could tailgate. They could go there with all their thin shirt on, and
Right.
hopefully some Dolphin fans will be there because that's going to be a big game for them.
Big game.
Well, I have a friend who I hope he listening. He probably wanna be on that, and it's the same thing.
Well, look here,
you pull up-
$20 purchase any shell. We get 13 locations on the island.
All right.
And once you get in there, you'll see our smiling stars. They're there. Once you purchase $20, you get your receipt. Now, you know, could get busy sometime. They may come back to you with no receipt. Hey, I need my receipt. I got to get to see this game or travel. So you get your receipt. You fill it out with your name, telephone number, the name that you have on your identification card, right? You don't have an alias. We want to identify that's Chester Robards when we call you.
Yeah.
And, you know, you put your telephone number on that. Take a photo of that receipt. WhatsApp it to 4220271. You're automatically entered to win.
Oh, wow.
So if you purchase $60, you're going to be entered 3 times. So for every $20 purchase. So if you get one of those big vehicles and you put in $60, $100 worth of fuel, that's just how much times you're going to be entered times 20.
Wow.
Okay? And your name are always in there. We also have our Focal Smart Pass app that you can pay right at the pump with your download the app.
Right.
And if you have the app already downloaded, you pull up, scan the QR code on that pump, then the receipt is generated on your app, and that's automatically entered. So you win in both ways, if paying cash or by using the Focus Smart Pass app.
Okay, and it's the same thing with the Smart Pass app.
Yeah, everybody get the opportunity to win the Dolphin ticket game, the travel. We have fuel vouchers that we be giving away. Junk new tickets, you know, Saturday Pass was the number draw. Everybody know it. With the order their favorite group is coming out in. And so we have some prime seats in Rawson Square to give away for those also. So it's exciting.
It ain't just the trips. It's
No,
all
it ain't
kinds of
just the
stuff.
trips. It's all kinds of stuff. I mean, we doing $30,000 in cash and prizes. We going all out. We want persons to have a fabulous Christmas this year. We want people to have that cash to spend. You know, sometimes your BPL bill, let's run up a little bit high. We giving away them BPL vouchers. So when January come, you could pay down that highlight bill easy off us. We have, you know, fuel vouchers we giving away. We're giving a whole month of fuel. So you could maybe have the Yukon or that big Jeep. You get to fill that up for free, you know, the whole month of January. And just because, you know, we notice a big thing and we know persons want to come down and we know them NFL fans can be down there, we actually giving away 4 sets of tickets. So guess what? You could fuel up the regular way, but you could use our Focal Smart Pass app, and we're doing an exclusive giveaway around the Focal Smart Pass. So anyone who listening, you could go and download the Focal Smart Pass app, focalsmartpass.com, download the app, sign up, register, and all you have to do is, as you pull into any station, you don't got to get out your car no more, Chester. This all smooth. You could literally scan the QR code on the pump, tell them how much you want on your phone. I want $20 or $25. Automatically, the pump is start. So you don't got to get out your car. If you're still pushing your bedroom slippers or your hair comb, all that stuff still work. As you fuel up, you automatically enter to win. And you get your receipt on your smartphone.
Right.
And let me tell you the secret about that. Suppose you put in 25 and you scan, but the car only holds 21.50. You ain't got to worry about no change because your car can only be billed for how much actually go in your tank. It's that smooth. But the trick about this is, for the Smart Pass app, we giving away an exclusive set of Dolphins and Buffalo tickets just through the Smart Pass app.
Only.
You
gotta have the app.
You gotta have
Gotta
that.
have the app.
All right.
So that's encouragement now. If you haven't downloaded it yet, as Fabian said, you just go into Google Play Store, download the app, Focal Smart Pass, and it's very simple. You sign up, and you have to verify your account because it's attached to your credit card, a debit card, and they want to verify it as you. Now, some of the you may have to call your bank to talk to your agent to get the verification code because they want to make sure that this is secure, and we want everything because things people think of. So this is very secure. It's your card that you're using. Once you download and you smooth sail it, easy to go.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about the Smart Pass app because I was at the launch. It's only a few months old.
Right.
And how's it been going? People been using it? Tell us a little bit more.
So it's been going really well. It's really smooth. So, a lot of persons are being downloaded. They've been calling us literally while I was at the Shell airport, a lady called me on the phone. And she said, hey, this thing is the best thing since sliced bread.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I used the app. I didn't have to come up with my car. I didn't have no cash on me. And it was easy. And then, you know, previously you have another app where a lady called back and she said, hey, you know, the same thing you guys said the last time you were on the radio. You know, my car, my son called. His car was running out of gas. He didn't have any money. He was able to pull up at Shell Howell Road. She authorized the pump from her phone from home. She authorized the pump for him. And he was able to get fuel in his car. So that's just how smooth it works. You know, it's nothing extra. You pay the same amount you pay. If you charge $20, you get $20 of fuel. We don't charge any surcharges or anything like that. It's just really smooth, Chester.
You can't beat that.
No, right. And the example what Fabian just talked about. So, you know, in addition to the QR code, we have the code in numbers on the pump. So the same way wife leave home and husband leave home and he forget to leave the gas money home for his wife to drop the kids to school, and she's calling him, honey, you didn't do it. He say, pull up to any Shell station, give me that QR code number that's on the pump. He punch it into his app and he'll say, okay, she's at Shell Golden Gates pump number 2. And he just put in $50 worth of fuel, set it, the pump starts, the nozzle is in the tank, start pumping the fuel right there and there. Easy as that. And if you can't hold all of the fuel, you get a credit that will credit back to your card and smooth sailing. And your receipt, like Fabian said, your receipt is in your phone. So that same receipt now, for doing this promotion, you could enter the win. So, you know, back in the day, we used to have where you drop your thing, and then, you know, COVID came along, and so we wanted to continue safe. And a lot of people say, look, I like the way with me submitting my own receipt because they saying, I know I in for the draw, because a lot of them say, man, that in that barrel, and I don't know if my own coming out, but by me sending this receipt now, I know I sent my receipt, I get an opportunity to win.
So tell us about that. When's the drawing? How's that going to work?
So we have multiple drawings. So the drawing for the actual NFL tickets will be December 22nd. It'll be that Friday at the live remote. And then the drawing for the grand prize to jingle all the way around the world, that'll be on January 4th. Right after Christmas, you know, to make sure everyone have that nice, beautiful, after you done, you know, work hard at Christmas, spend all that money, now you get to travel all the way around the world on us.
Right. You got a lot of time to kind of rack up all those.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be doing, we're going to have a live remote this coming Friday. We'll be down at Shell Airport. And we'll kick off down there. And we will have some customers who are going to come in to win those other fantastic prizes, the BPL vouchers, the grocery certificates. We have some PlayStation 5s that we're going to be giving away. It's going to be a jingle all around the world. And here in...
Every time y'all open your mouth is a new prize. What we got?
And it's one more, you know, it's one more. So we have our wonderful partners out there from the One Blood reggae concert. And we've partnered with One Blood this year. So if you're listening to me, you go on the One Blood this year, you're part of the One Blood. Guess what? Once you purchase your One Blood ticket, and you fill up to any Shell station. So what you need to do is download that Focus Smart Pass app. You go into One Blood. All you have to do is go up to our station, use the Smart Pass app, and type in #One Blood. You automatically get entered in fabulous prizes as well, because we want to do something just for the One Blood crew. So either you could do it either way through the app, or you can upload your receipt on www.winwithshell242.com, #One Blood. And you also enter to win those Miami Dolphins tickets.
Santa Claus socking and that on your
No, man. This is what we do. And this is our way of telling, you know, our customers thank you. And, you know, it becomes a tradition now. They know in the summer and Christmas, Shell is going to put on something fantastic. And we always, you know, in the situation room trying to come up what our customers want. And we want to give back to them to let them know that we appreciate their service. And like I said, we get 10 locations around the island. You will see our Smiling Stars this week. They'll be wearing the Jingle All Around the World with Me t-shirt. So they'll be starting to wear that by tomorrow. And any stake you pull in, $20 purchase. And so if you purchase $60, like I said, your name is in it for 3 times to draw. That triples your chances to win this trip and other fantastic prizes.
That's incredible. So tell us again, you just said $20, you got to fuel up. It's at all stations?
All the stations. So all our stations, all 13 locations around town. So wherever you at, Howell Road, Golden Gates, Montague, the airport, West Bay, anywhere you pull up to any Shell station, $20 to get you into the Windows prizes. I mean, the prizes range from anything to the maximum of that, 5,000K travel voucher, but there are more vouchers also. So we only keep talking about the big one. So you still got that 1K travel voucher. You still got that 15K travel voucher. You still got that cash in your hand. You still got, all these cell phones and other things we're giving away. So no matter what you pull your hand in and pull out with, you getting the prize. You can be happy. You can be excited. And the promotion goes until January 5th.
January 5th. And you got plenty of time then to...
plenty time to end.
It's Christmas time. You can be driving a lot.
It's only only the 4th of December.
Yeah.
So you got a whole month to go, right? And we're going to make sure that everybody gets something just about every week leading up to the grand draw. We'll be having a live remote where we'll be giving away these fantastic prizes, And while you're shopping around with Shell, and you may need some breakfast in the morning, you may need some lunch in the afternoon. Well, we got 2 sites right now that continuing to serve fantastic breakfast and lunch. Shell Howell Road, that's been around for a while. You can get your late night south there, your early morning breakfast. And we have added an addition in the east, Shell Montague. So right now you pull into Shell Montague, you can get some nice chicken sauce, some breakfast there, some eggs, whatever you want. And lunch, we get fantastic lunch down there. Okay. So we got you covered all around.
Yeah. You almost ain't got to go nowhere.
No.
Just go to Shell
all day.
Just go to Shell. It as well.
But Chester, let me tell you this before we wrap up. So persons may pull up to the Shell, right? And they say, hey, I ain't got no Wi-Fi to now use this Smart Pass app.
Oh, boy.
We got you with the free Wi-Fi.
It's right there.
Literally. So when you pull up to the station, you log into Shell free Wi-Fi. You could download the app and still fuel up with Shell one time.
Right there. We're making it easy.
Y'all got it covered.
We're making it easy for you.
Y'all got it covered.
And so, like we said, the Jungle tickets are out there. The lineup is out. Everybody know what position their favorite group is in.
Yeah.
The Shell Saxon Superstars, they draw 6 for Boxing Day and 7 for New Year's Day. So, it's going to be a competitive year. Genesis comes out first, Boxing Day. Prodigal Son second, One Family third, Music Makers fourth, Valley Boys fifth, and the Saxons right behind. Hey? And Roots will close it out. For New Year's Day, Music Makers, Genesis, One Family, Roots, Valley Boys, Prodigal Sons, and Saxon Superstars right behind.
All right.
Wow.
So there it is. It's Christmas is here.
And I thank you for segueing into our next segment. So that's great.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
All right. So again, you got time to win.
Yep.
Shell. It's the jingle all around
the world. So if you're pulling into any Shell station right now, $20 or more. And like I said, the service champions, they get busy at times. They're running up and down. So just tell them, hey, bring my receipt when you're coming back.
Right,
if you're paying cash right there.
Excellent.
So make sure to enter that in there, man.
All right, Fabian
Merry
Fernandez,
Christmas,
Edwin
everybody.
Thompson, thank you so much for talking to us about this.
All right, it's been a pleasure,
Have
Chester.
a great Christmas.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Earning zero interest on your savings at the bank? With as little as $100, you can start earning interest on your money while you're sleeping, eating, or standing in line at the bank with the CFAL Savings Express Plan. Ready to invest? Start by putting $1,000 into our mutual funds and earn interest there too. Because at CFAL, your interest is our interest. Visit CFAL.com to start now. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations of Bahamians.
Power on the holidays this Christmas with Custom Computers. We have everything that everyone wants to see under the tree. Laptops, iPads, AirPods, Apple Watches, Bluetooth speakers, and more. Find gifts for every reason this Christmas season at Custom Computers. Visit us on Patton Street in Palmdale, opposite Liquid Courage, or in Caves Village through the Blake Road entrance. The best Christmas has to offer is right here at your one-stop shop, Custom Computers.
And good morning. We're back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We're talking about something I'm sure that'll excite everybody. Junkanoo ticket sales. They're about to go live. And we got a live here to tell us all about it. Introduce yourself. Let us know your position and everything. And
yeah, sure, man. All right. Thank you for having me. My name is Raymond Wright. I am the Director of Digital and Emerging Products at Cable Bahamas Group of Companies, of which Alive is one of our brands. Yeah, man. Very, very excited about Junkanoo, as always. You know, we have tickets going on sale today at 12 noon. Everybody, please remember. I know we're very excited. Everybody's lining up. Tickets will not be on sale until 12 noon. We have already seen persons lining up at our stores for the morning.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, earlier so.
Oh, man.
And some of those stores don't even open until 10.
They heard that lineup. They ready to go.
Yes. Very, very good lineup. You know, Saxon's got a sweet spot at number 6. I'm very excited. I'm a Saxons fan.
Okay, all right. Well, you was happy to hear Edwin say that.
yes. Yeah, Edwin, he laid it all out.
Yeah.
It was very, very good.
Good.
But yeah, man, 12 noon today.
Right.
We'll have ticket sales going on at our Harbor Bay store, at our Cable Beach location.
Right.
At Alive Cable Beach and Harbor Bay locations, making sure that that's clear.
Yeah.
And also online. So this year, what we did, we made some changes, and so on the app, you're now able to log in with your phone number. Last year, it was a little tricky with some persons with those long email addresses, and they weren't sure how to spell certain things. So much easier this year. You're now able to log in with your phone number. We want everybody to know that they need to sign up again and download the new app. We made some upgrades, so you'll have to go into the Play Store and the Apple App Store to get that new app. That'll be available at 10 a.m. So the app will be available at 10 a.m. for you to sign up, but the tickets won't be available to purchase until noon.
Okay. So in an hour and a bit, you could get that new app.
Yes, correct. Yeah, just in short order, you'll be able to get that. And we wanted to do that to make it a little bit easier for persons. And while you can purchase in the store, we also have the ability to now purchase on the website. So, you know, the seating chart is really, really massive. And so looking at that on a phone screen can be a little bit difficult for some persons. Yeah. And we found that, you know, that's some feedback we got last year. So we made it available on the website. So now you could go to your laptop, go to your desktop, and then you'll be able to see that big screen and pick your seats in comfort. But just know that while that is available, to go to the stores to get your tickets and go on the website to get your tickets, you need to make sure that you register for the app. And the reason for that is you're going to have to carry your device on parade day so that we can scan those tickets.
Right.
We had quite a bit of hiccups last year with persons with screenshots and papers and all of these things. That's not going to be accepted this year.
Right.
We need to make sure that you bring your device out. We're moving into a digital age.
Yeah.
Just like Focal just now, I was very excited to hear that they got an app. I actually downloaded the app just from hearing them just now. So we're trying to, advance the country, and so that's why we wanted to marry the advancement of innovation and technology with our culture.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do this for the Bahamas. And so make sure to bring your devices out, and we'll scan you, get you right over to your seats. We'll get you banded and seated on parade day.
Yeah. So talk about the ticket sales at the stores. You were saying even if you do that, you still have to do the app thing and
correct.
Yeah, how does that work?
Right. Yeah. So what we're going to be doing is to help those persons that might be having some issues and some challenges getting access to the app, logging in, creating your account. It's fairly simple, but we do understand that, this is a change for our culture. So when you get your tickets, when you purchase your tickets in cash, the tickets have to go somewhere. Right. And so they will go into the app. And so you're going to need an account. So when the cashier checks out those tickets, she's going to transfer those into your account. And that account is going to live within the app on your device.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So you're not going into the store to get paper?
No.
That's
no
not
one,
happening.
no one's giving you any papers.
Good,
no one's handing you any tickets.
Just
no physical tickets.
For clarity, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tickets and ticket prices this year. I don't know if you want. I could go.
Yeah.
back
No.
into
Absolutely.
that. Yeah. So ticket prices this year. So Charlotte Street to Frederick Street sections A, B, C, and D. Ticket prices will be $25 plus VAT.
Okay.
And then Parliament Street to Charlotte Street. Sections E, F, G, and H. Those will be $45 plus VAT. Rawson Square sections I, J, K, L. Those will be $55 plus VAT. And then, there's some parking available. It's limited, but it's available, and those will be available at $45. That's Cabinet Parking Lot, sections M. That's $45 plus VAT.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Where's that? Where's Cabinet Parking Lot?
So, Parliament Street.
Oh, okay, all right. So you'll be able to park.
Well, somewhere in that area in the back there. The persons who know, they know. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Got you. That's good.
Yeah,
man. And so you'll have that information on your app as well.
We'll have all of this information on the app. We actually do have a chart available as well. You'll be able to see very, very clearly where the seating is and where the parking lot is. Yeah.
Oh, I know where the parking lot is now. Now that my brain is righted itself about where things are downtown.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay, man. That's excellent. And you can buy parking down on the app.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Parking purchases are not available via the app.
Okay.
Yeah. But man, we want to make sure the person's on aware.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot of seats.
Yeah,
It's a lot of people who are going to be out there. I don't suspect it's going to be a whole lot of parking available. But something. Yeah.
Good. No, that's excellent. So
man.
remind people. Someone is asking, how is it 12 p.m. now to buy tickets? Your Facebook page has been pushing 10 a.m.
Yeah, no, we were pushing 10 a.m. to alert persons to make sure that they download the app.
All right.
So we wanted them to know that while ticket sales are going to be available at noon, the app is available at 10, and the app is critical. You need to have the app on your device, whether or not you're purchasing in cash in the stores, or you're purchasing on the website, or you're purchasing in the app. You're going to need the app.
Right.
The app is necessary because you have to bring that out on parade day.
All right. So you have to have the app, and everything that you purchase will be stored on the app. The app is what you're going to pull up when you get to the gate to say, hey,
this is my tickets.
I'm going to my seats.
Correct.
Okay,
correct.
excellent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so 12 o'clock for ticket purchases, 10 o'clock you can download the new app.
Correct.
And people need to remember that if you have the old app, you're not using that.
No, you're not using that. You got to go into the App Store and click that update button, and that'll give you the latest and greatest app that we just launched.
I don't know if we said what the name of the app is.
It is the the Alive Events app.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yes,
okay,
Alive Events app.
Alive Events app.
Yeah.
At 10 o'clock today to purchase your Junkanoo tickets.
Yes, correct.
Excellent.
Yeah. And the parade this year starts at 10 p.m. for Boxing Day,
Okay.
Yeah, that's
There's
a little
a
bit
change.
early. Yeah, I know that's going to be a little shocker for some persons.
Yeah.
But the JCMP thought it necessary to make that adjustment. Obviously, because of the time of day and all that stuff. Because when you go over to New Year's now, we don't have we kind of have a little bit more room in terms of workday and weekdays and stuff. That parade is going to be at 2 a.m.
Okay.
It's going to be
all right.
That's going to be interesting.
So, Junkanoo starting 10 a.m. on Boxing Day. So,
10 p.m.
10 p.m. Sorry, on for the Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade. 10
Yeah, the
p.m.
Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade is at
on
10 p.m.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, yeah.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
And then again 2 a.m. Which makes sense.
Does it?
I guess.
It's a little difficult.
For New Year's.
I think a lot of people are going to find it a little bit difficult. A lot of people are going to find it a little
Well,
bit difficult.
I guess for the people who are out doing their regular New Year's thing until 1 a.m.
Okay.
At the restaurant and
Okay.
at the club and whatever.
Okay.
I guess.
You got a little bit of breather.
Right.
You got
Right.
some space, some time, and then you
Yeah.
can make your way out to the parade.
Yeah, you go change your clothes, take off the glittery dress, and put on your jeans.
Right. Wash the glitter off your face from the hat.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah, a little bit of sense. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So, good. So, remind us again where to get the app, which stores we got to visit.
Sure. So
and,
let me run that over one more time. Make sure that we get everybody and
Yeah.
everybody's aware. So tickets are gonna go on sale at 12 noon. Whether you're going in the store, in the app, on the website, tickets are gonna be on sale at 12 noon.
12 noon today.
Yes, and you will be able to make ticket purchases via cash at our Cable Beach and our Harbor Bay stores. Those open at 10 a.m., but tickets will not be sold until 12 noon. Really want to make sure that that's clear. You can go ahead and get the app at 10 a.m. You can go ahead and start downloading the app, the updated app at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. today.
Yep. In the Google Play Store, as well as the Apple App Store.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent. And somebody's texting in because you're probably gonna get this all day. What's the name of the app? again?
Yes. The name of the app is Alive Events.
Alive Events.
Yes.
ALIV. Events.
Capital A, capital L, capital I, capital V.
Yeah. Alive Events, guys.
Yeah.
If you want to get those tickets, and that'll be available in an hour and 5 minutes. 10 a.m. You can download that new app. Get rid of the old app. So if you still got the old app, get rid of that.
Yeah.
And download the new app so that you can purchase your Junkanoo tickets for this year and New Year's.
Yeah.
Which is starting at 2 a.m. and Boxing Day parade starting at 10 a.m.
10 p.m.,
10
yeah.
p.m. on Christmas Day.
Yes.
So 10 p.m.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent.
Yeah,
Raymond, thank you for that great information. Appreciate that. Best of luck with all the sales.
Yeah, man.
I know it was rough last year, but you guys are gonna. Sounds like you got it on point this year.
Yeah, man. We made some changes. We hope that it's gonna be a whole lot easier this year for persons. And wherever persons are having some troubles, we'll be there to support them.
That's the important part, right?
Yeah, man.
If you have any difficulties, call Alive. Go to a store if you need to buy a ticket or get some help.
Absolutely. 601-2200. You can contact them for support. You having any challenges with the app, we'll be available to assist you. And if you want to go into the store to get some assistance, they'll be available to assist you there as well.
Excellent. The concierge service ain't doing anything special.
Not particularly.
That's all. I just messing with them because I like them.
Yeah, man. They're good guys, man. They'll come out and meet with you and get you sorted out.
That's excellent.
Yeah, man.
Excellent. All right, well, thank you so much, Raymond, from Alive. Right. We are gonna go to a break. We'll be back with Morning Blend Business in the next hour. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks for having me, man. Have a good day.
Wherever you are in the world, Cleveland Clinic's world-class care is here for you. From Ohio to Florida to London, Cleveland Clinic treats thousands of patients every year. Ranked number 2 in the world by Newsweek, you can trust our caregivers to enhance your experience across each step of your treatment journey. For every care in the world, learn more at clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
You could win a Samsung tablet with Whim Automotive. It's simple. Spend $60 or more between December 9th and December 30th and enter to win one of 2 tablets. The winners will be announced live on air December 23rd and December 31st. So make sure you tune in to Hot 91.7 to see if you are one of the winners. Shop in-store or use our drive-thru to get the parts you need. You can also shop online at www.whimauto.com. Shop with Whim and have a Merry Christmas.
The National Insurance Board encourages all employers and self-employed persons to stay ahead of the 2024 rush by scheduling a meeting with your inspector today. A one-on-one appointment with your inspector ensures that your account is up to date and compliant, making it a hassle-free process when applying for your tax compliance certificates and business license renewals with the Department of Inland Revenue. Stay ahead, avoid delays. Keep your business thriving. Contact your inspector now. Your success is our priority.
Take some advice from your Aunt Angie. If you want to go scuba diving on your vacation, don't bedazzle your wetsuit. And you think you look great, but what you don't realize is that you look like a shiny, scaly fish. And it won't take long for a shark to notice you. Next thing you know, you're busting out every karate move you got. But if you're smart, you'll have CG medical insurance and get airlifted out to the closest hospital.
Get coverage for emergency evacuations. CG Atlantic Medical and Life Insurance. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
There's a new electric vehicle in town. The Jack brand of SUVs, trucks, sedans, and commercial vans. Available only at Easy Car Sales, home of the fully electric vehicle. For a powerful, smooth ride at a fraction of the cost to drive, leave the pump behind and hit the road with Jack. Visit easy242.com to see our brand new Jack models and drop into Easy Car Sales for a test drive. It'll have you singing. Hit the road with Jack, and don't you pump gas no more.
Earning 0 interest on your savings at the bank? With as little as $100, you can start earning interest on your money while you're sleeping, eating, or standing in line at the bank with the CFAL Savings Express Plan. Ready to invest? Start by putting $1,000 into our mutual funds and earn interest there too. Because at CFAL, your interest is our interest. Visit cfal.com to start now. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations of Bahamians.
Power on the holidays this Christmas with Custom Computers. We have everything that everyone wants to see under the tree. Laptops, iPads, AirPods, Apple Watches, Bluetooth speakers, and more. Find gifts for every reason this Christmas season at Custom Computers. Visit us on Patton Street in Palmdale, opposite Liquid Courage, or in Caves Village through the Blake Road entrance. The best Christmas has to offer is right here at your one-stop shop, Custom Computers.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. With the new JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card, you're cleared for takeoff to a world of incredible benefits and perks. Use your card and earn up to 2 times True Blue points on everyday purchases. Get your first check back free and travel to your next vacation faster. Apply for the JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card today at cibcfcib.com/JetBlue.
Unlock dream deals this Black Friday at Alive with up to 55% off select Ring devices. Instantly upgrade your home security with 24/7 remote monitoring, motion detection, and instant alerts. Want full protection? Save even more by bundling your devices. From the front door to the backyard, secure your home with products like our Video Doorbell 4 and floodlight cameras. Shop online at BeAlive.com or at select Alive stores in Nassau and now available in Grand Bahama, Abaco, Eleuthera, and Exuma. Alive, believe in best.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, and welcome to Morning Blend Business on Monday, December 4th. And welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Chester Robards, filling in for Dwight Strachan, who is on vacation, taking a break. And today we'll be talking with Roots. The Roots Junkanoo Group. I think joining me right now on Zoom, we got some people coming in studio. They're not here yet. But joining me on Zoom, Quentin Brennan, the deputy chairman of the group. Good morning.
Sure. Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm great. Roots in the morning.
That's right. Roots in the morning blend business. I like it. So we're hearing about Junkanoo all morning now. We had Shell on talking about their promotion. They're giving us some tickets, Alive, obviously, getting ticket sales started. And what are we talking about this morning with Roots? You there? And we may have lost Quentin just now. I'm not sure. Quentin? I don't know. I'm not hearing him. He's what? Oh, he got dropped. Kyle is on. Oh, Kyle, you there?
I am. Good morning, Chester.
Good morning. All right, glad we got someone. So tell us what's going on with Roots.
We're just preparing for two exciting parades. It's been a good year for us. In terms of us realizing after a disappointing season last year, what it will take for us to be seriously competitive again. And then we had an election where the one of the only Junkanoo groups who bring the democracy to the level that we do inside our organization. And so we had a changing of the guard in March of this year.
Okay.
I'm hoping that our chairman can jump in at some point, Mr. Dwight Ellis. But that ushered in a new leadership board. Mr. Dwight Ellis is the chairman and assisted by Mr. Brennan, who probably jump very back in on this call.
Yeah.
Who have been given the mantle for the next 3 years to take Roots to the next level. So I think over the course of this conversation, we can get an understanding as to what that next level looks like.
Yeah.
And to draw up some excitement for these upcoming parades. We've let the world know through number picking on Saturday and through some social media posts following that, what it is that we intend to do come Boxing Day and New Year's. And so we're here just to drum up some excitement, to have some conversation around Junkanoo, around Roots, what it is that we do on Bay. And we also like to say in Roots, it's bigger and beyond Bay. So we want to have those conversations as well.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's excellent. I'm sure the people want to know. Are you happy with your lineup picking?
Oh, we're more than happy. If anybody was out to number picking on Saturday, they realized Roots seems to be that one group that was really, really excited about the numbers that we got.
Right.
We had a little bit of apprehension when the Saxons picked the number 6, but when we realized that there was a number 7 and we got it, that means we get the opportunity to come right behind the Valley Boys and the Saxons and really make some noise.
Yeah.
And then on New Year's, we're smack in the middle. And so we're going to draw some attention. So those who come before us have a lot of work to do, and those who come after us have the decision to make, should they go on the road or not.
Yeah. All right. If for you guys, I didn't introduce you, but that's Kyle Stubbs. He's doing public relations for Roots. If you know the voice, he's usually on Morning Blend Business with his 9 to 5 at Bristol Wines, and always giving us a good time here with some wine. But so it is interesting. Tell us about preparation for the parades. How's that been going? How's that been looking?
So we've officially cracked our shack door. I think it would have been the week after the 50th Independence Rush. But we had in our pipeline from about April or May a couple of themes that we know we were going to approach. And when the shack doors opened in July, it was a matter of us taking care of our bigger costumes first. So getting our lead costumes and our off the shoulders off of the ground. And then that was quickly followed by our line costumes. So all of our back line, our drummers, our bellers, our brass. And then we came back to the costuming to fill in the group. When we acknowledge what the theme is right here this morning and how we're going to present it, we'll have an understanding as to, why we started off with those big pieces, off the shoulder pieces, and then the smaller, what we call jumpers and naked dancers, what they will do for us to fill out the organization and the presentation that we'll put on both mornings.
Okay. You use some, I guess this is some Junkanoo lingo, cracking the shack door, and
Officially opening the shop.
Right, yeah.
Junkanoo, January through May, it's usually just music. Side parades, Labor Day parade,
right.
Those kind of stuff. The Easter Monday rush. But in terms of cutting cardboard, bending cardboard, stapling some wire and using some contact.
Yeah.
That officially started for the end of July. So cracking the shack door means the shack is open. Come get your Junkanoo kind of thing.
So these are probably things that people don't know. You guys are busy year round.
Yeah, I mean, even for us this year. So before, January, February, March was more of an election campaign mode kind of thing.
Right.
And we usually in the first half of the season try to really be community minded.
Yeah.
Our social consciousness taken care of. And then we move right into the height of Junkanoo season. All along, though, our Showtime girls, our choreograph section, our brass section, and our drummer section still having practices and rehearsals and section practices and that kind of stuff. So Junkanoo is year round. Our participation for the two parades is about 6 to 8 months concentration.
Right.
But we're always active. We're always busy. We're always trying to do things in the community. We are that one group who, you knock on our door and we will show up for a community rush, paid or unpaid. That's the roots mindset.
Nice. And you mentioned, roots on the street, but also in the community. You mentioned it just now, but tell us what else you have going on, on the off time, on the off season. Doesn't sound like there's an off season, but.
Yeah, it really is not an off season. So we've established our chairman, when he was the deputy chairman, had established a scholarship fund.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've been on an annual basis identifying members or family members of members or people in our community to lend assistance, whether it's with, books and boarding, heading off to school, whether it's a couple of dollars in their pocket on a monthly basis, whether it's contribution towards tuition here at UB. Just so people understand, like, Junkanoo is our expression of culture, and it's in its glory on Boxing Day and New Year's. But we are humans, we can't take these things for lighted. Each chairman of each organization has a minimum of 300 plus Bahamians that they're leading.
Yeah.
And we just can't, lead them to Boxing Day and New Year's. We have to develop wholesome characters.
Yeah.
And so the scholarship is one way of us showing the seriousness of the need for education, right? We always try to team up with partners, especially when it comes to food security.
Yeah.
We always find opportunities for our breakfasts and give backs. And what we're really excited about, though, that's going to show the community and the world at large, this thing that we call Junkanoo and what it means to us and how we can really dive into the orange economy is we have, with our main sponsor, the Atlantis, developed a production, a state-of-the-art production. This coming week, the 6th of December, is going to be the final dress rehearsal for all of the executives at the Atlantis property. And this production, and we're talking about, the best of the best that the Bahamas has to offer in terms of playwright, dance, actors, and then of course it's all complemented with Roots Junkanoo participation. But what it is inside the Atlantis Theater, 500-seat theater. There's a production that's centered around the drum and a drummer boy and the sound of the beat and the call of the drum, right? So the seriousness of where and what Junkanoo came from. And this story just speaks about this lost drum, and it incorporates the sound of the cowbell, the sound of the rhythm drum, the sound of the bass drum. It starts off with a beautiful Junkanoo Rush, of course, by Roots Junkanoo Organization, and it ends with a beautiful rush from Roots Junkanoo Organization. But this allows us to travel with our partner Atlantis as they do their marketing and promotion all around the world. And this is going to be a 3-month run of this show. 4 days a week, 4 times a week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, with Saturday having 2 shows, a matinee and then an evening showing inside the Atlantis Theater. And so after the final dress rehearsal this week, Roots and Atlantis will pull the trigger on all of the marketing material. We'll ramp up things on some ticket sales. And this is one of those, hey, you're looking for something new, interesting, and exciting to do while supporting the locally orange economy and your Junkanooers. This is that holiday season to hop across the bridge and jump into the Atlantis Theater and witness something real good.
Yeah, I've heard about it, and this is being directed, I think, by Aaron McKinney.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
indeed.
The venerable and amazing Aaron McKinney. Excellent. I'm actually excited to check that out. I've heard great things about it so far. In studio with me, Kyle, allow you to introduce yourselves and what role you play in Roots Junkanoo Group. We'll start with.
Good morning. My name is Nakira Brainan. Good morning. My name is Nakira Brainan. I am the secretary of Roots Junkanoo Group, and along with me is the one and only.
It's the War Daddy, this Jay Sargent. Yes, I'm Good Morning Radio Land. Good morning to all. I wish everybody a successful up and new coming year. We have all had our trials, but my name is Jay Sargent, aka the War Daddy. Roots is everything at Roots right now because this is nothing but just Junkanoo and just the theatrical shows and the big displays. And I sure you all know of our theme. This have never been to Bay Street at this magnitude. My brother, I'll tell you, the people are gonna enjoy every bit of it. Yeah. They only coming to see Roots. Okay. You understand? I like Mr. Kyle said just now to you, sir, this production that Roots, along with the other persons and Mrs. McKinney, who is a very good director, I'm a part of it as well. All right. And certainly I want the people come see War Daddy. You understand? And this is a big cast. You see? Yeah. And so I urge the Bahamian people to please save $1 or $2. Don't spend everything on Christmas tree. Come over Paradise, Junkanoo and Paradise. This, even to me, I had an opportunity to have a look at some of what was being displayed. My brother, I'll tell you, it's breathtaking. It brought tears and love to my eyes. I'll tell you, you could feel the nostalgia moment because me being around drums and Junkanoo, just the drums, it just fascinates me. It took me, it hold me, and I urge every Bahamian, please, if you have $1 or $2, go ask your Gordy, ask your Grammy, ask Bishop for $1 or $2, come see Junkanoo in Paradise, come see the War Daddy and Kias. You understand? And so, sorry for such a long interview. But nonetheless, I am so happy to be here to talk to the Bahamian people about culture. You understand? And Junkanoo and what Roots has to offer. And so people, yes, please, do not be afraid when you come. you're going to enjoy every moment of it. And certainly, Roots is going to take you to a whole different world with our sponsors, Atlantis and crew. And so, yes, I rest my case this present time. So, I didn't mean to take up all of it.
No, you.
Praise so God! Oh, Jesus, Lord!
You are billed as the group motivator.
Yeah.
I think you've done that.
Yeah. Talking in a few hours, I say. Bay Street will be rocking and come to life. Every tree, every bulb out there, light will be shaking and twisted. Roots don't have no time. We bring in the music. Our choreograph, oh Lord, cause get your ticket, man. Get your ticket. Lawson Square. And you know what I like? They made the tickets affordable.
Yeah.
So every human, a toddler, could come to Bay Street and watch Roots. Just watch Roots. Just watch Roots. Yeah.
Close your eye for everything else.
Just come in time to watch Roots.
Yeah, just come and watch Roots. Don't worry about nobody.
Yeah.
Come and watch Roots. Let everybody else go. See Roots coming out 7. Oh, Lord. What a mighty God we serve, eh?
Yeah.
You know this is something I have been waiting for. Our group to watch them go. Go. Just leave. Go. When Roots start, oh, what a mighty God we serve. Oh, what a mighty God we serve. Oh, my God, my big hall. People, please just come see Roots. Just Roots.
I mean, after what you said,
They
they got no choice.
see Roots.
They got no choice. They got to
See
come
Roots, man.
That's great. So let's talk about. I don't know if we got Quentin back.
I'm not sure
online, but tell us about the theme, what we can expect.
All right. So on Boxing Day, we are taking the entire Bahamas with us for a night at the movies.
Okay.
Lights, cameras, actions.
Okay.
Right? I don't want to give you too much.
Of course not.
But your favorite blockbuster movie will be there.
Wow.
Your second favorite blockbuster movie will be there. The blockbuster movie that you did not care for, but that came in number one in terms of revenue, that will also be there. Every little movie that every little child always speaks about and is going to drag their parents to the mall to make sure they have this, that, and the next. It could be Barbie, it could be Ken. They will be there, right? So whatever movie it is, put on your best or your best. Grab your Junkanoo ticket. We got have the popcorn. We got have the drinks. We got have the hot dogs,
And
the cotton candy. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this show.
Sound like I gotta
This
bring my daughter out
display.
there.
You-
I mean, if you
No,
got
you
some
do.
stormtroopers in costume out there, I'll be there with bells on.
This is gonna be a display. This is gonna be an epic display. This is something that we plan to incorporate all because we have children, a section of just children.
Wow.
They're gonna be performing. So come and enjoy.
I mean, it's so serious, Chester. We have a video on our social media page right now of a young lady that just couldn't control herself when Roots came down the boulevard at practice on Thursday on Bay Street. We're trying to find this young lady or her parents.
Wow.
We spoke to Showtime director last evening. We prepared for have that young lady to bring down our Showtime section on Bay Street, right? So all of those folks who have been sharing that video, liking, we really trying to find that Barbie. We won't put her on the road Boxing Day.
Wow.
Ain't nobody left behind.
We
So if
in,
you're on
we
the
in
road,
December
you're
and
watching
you
the show.
just enjoyed that talent and you say, we need her.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bring your Junkanoo.
Bring it.
Bring your
That's
Junkanoo.
she is not a spectator.
Yeah.
She's past the spectator
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
No, she has to be in the road.
Wow.
Has to.
And it's interesting. We talked about not having any time off. How important is practice to these groups?
Oh, super.
Listen, man.
Like, the spectacle of it,
When it comes to Junkanoo, my brother.
Yeah.
What like? You. Listen, man. Who give you a job? Your job is to come and do. Hey, listen, Junkanoo is the heart and soul of every Bahamian. There are some people that still feels otherwise, but that's okay. But the heart of that, of the beat of that, of the drums, the cowbells and the whistles, The nostalgia moment when you see friends you haven't seen from 1946 to now. These are your friends. You see them, they come in all walk, shape, and form. Jongunu does not play. Jongunu, I love Jongunu. The other few months back, a small contingent of myself and a few others, we were in Geneva, Switzerland, right? And I'll tell you, we put on a spectacular performance at the WTO building. The people there, they loved it. And it was commemorating the 50-year anniversary of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and all of the Bahamian people there. And let me tell you something. They came from the various countries to represent. Jongunu do not play. So Bay Street, everything, we can be ready to go. Certainly we can enjoy ourselves.
I hear that.
Yeah.
When you talk about the seriousness of practice, when you look at these A groups, I mean, on a weekly basis, heading into the height of the season, they're practicing twice a week, 2 laps of practice. And then you look at the sections, brass members are inside classroom 5 days a week. Choreographed sections are inside, their section practice 4 days a week.
Wow.
And then the seriousness of group practice. If you look at us this Wednesday coming, we like to call it our concert series.
Okay.
Right? So we gonna have 100 jams out there, Alive out there, Cuba Libre, 1 or 2 others, and it's a thing. It's a fair.
Yeah.
You come up a cocktail, like Sarge say, you catch up with some people you don't see from 46, 47. And then you get to hear the best music inside Jongunu, no matter what they say out there. They understand when it comes to music, raw Jongunu music, pound for pound. You can't see this engine room.
Roots, there it is. Roots, there it is, my beloved. None but the bombings, I say.
It's so serious, and this could be that year where people can mark me and say, this young man, he better stay in the wine world, right? You go look in every group, every section, every leadership team. Tell them, give us back the Roots shirt. Roots members make every organization through this Jongunu culture thing look great. But we can take this greatness back this lap.
Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Yes.
We got a call coming in. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend Business.
Morning.
Good morning.
What a man, that man who you got the play Roots boy, he mode hard, boy. Who he is, boy.
Which one?
So what we talking about?
Roots, oh yeah. Yeah, that's Jay Sargent, a.k.a. the War Daddy.
Jay Sargent, boy, you sound confident today, boy. You sound confident.
Yes, sir.
I don't miss Bay Street. I don't miss Bay Street Jongunu. I used to Saxon fan. I love Jongunu overall. I love all the groups. But I have a question for you. What those big horns in the back them need?
The sousaphone?
The big ones. Yeah, what in there?
That's the sousaphone, my beloved. The sousaphone.
What I noticed, right? The Saxons have about 9 to 11 of them. One family, 9, 10, 12 of them and stuff. And the Roots have like but 7. So that makes a difference. That would cause the problem with your music. I mean, I just saying because you all just look good, but you all ain't really no parade.
Yeah. No, that don't come straight like that, right? Because our 7 pound for pound will go up against anybody 15. So let's talk the fact numbers. Let's talk the factual numbers. Now, there's a lot of other contributing factors why we can't consistently compete on Bay Street, but we can eliminate those factors, right? And so this, we were on the air on Saturday, and fairness, if fairness shows up on Bay Street Boxing Day in New Year's, we already put the Royal Bahamas Police Force on guard. You can't rob Roots in broad day like that in the front of thousands of fans. No, with an iPad, you can't rob us with an iPad. So once we eliminate all those other factors that we believe contribute to us not being able to consistently compete, and let's don't forget now, we're just about 5 years removed from us being dominant in terms of our New Year's in the Boxing Day parade. But all of those things taken out of the picture and a level playing field, ain't nobody want to see us.
Well, it's
I like I said, I love to watch all the groups. I don't sit down. I suppose just walk around, go to your parking lot. I watch your startup And couple Christmas and New Year's, I say, but it's Roots Parade, you know. You all come out looking good, standing good, man. Look, no Roots.
Yeah.
Up front, I be like, what's going on here?
Yeah, that's
It's a robbery or something?
Yeah, man. People pen ink and stop working when they put me on the scorecard and all kind of things. Yeah, so we alive is things are tight. You can't do that this loud. Yeah.
All right.
But you know the thing they need to do? That's Judge John Clue from Bay Street, because if you get, let's say, and let us call a score. Let's say if you get 30 points on Bay Street, when you reach down on Shirley Street, you get 10, 15. That don't supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
Well, the
I
Shirley
think they
Street
should just judge
Parade-
from Bay Street.
Well, the Shirley Street Parade is actually judged separately because that's a separate prize away from your Bay Street rushes. So it's called the Shirley Street Cup. I think this year they changed the name. I think it's now dedicated to
The late Honorable-
former Honorable Obi Wilchcombe. So that's going to be something new. So that's a totally different prize what you rush for now. So, we rush for a separate thing on Shirley.
I wish Roots the best. God's will, I'll be on Bay Street to watch the performance. I won't hear that, but a man named me get a hard move.
Yeah, man. We could be there. Oh, come on, he faithful, man.
I could make sure
Yes,
ask
sir.
for you, looking for you.
Yes,
looking
sir.
for you on
Yes,
Bay
sir.
Street.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, thank you, Carl. Appreciate that. It was interesting. You made an interesting comment, Kyle, about understanding what your shortcomings might be on Bay Street. You don't hear that much. I haven't heard it much. What do you think those are?
It's the simple things. We're back to now a full parade, a fully judged parade. So it's small things in terms of timeliness, meeting the requirements, right? Whether it's 2 step downs in the step down category, how much leads in the lead category, undergarments completion, right? Sometimes people end up on the parade in cloth, but doesn't have a cloth number, and that turns out into penalties. So all of those things, right? As well as participating in the judges' training course.
Right.
So not only is that Roots has an input, but Roots has an understanding as what's being said and displayed. And so just having our tentacles in all of these things, right? We're doing a much better job internally to make sure, conversations are happening on a daily basis. Sarge on his way here this morning just dropped a 4-minute voice note inside our line and had a chat just to make sure everybody stays the course and understand what's at play. Because we clown around and we play and there's all this banter and everything, but it's December now. It's wartime. Smiling, I got to go to work after this, Sarge. I can't quit my job. But it's that serious. Smiling. You see us on the boulevard, you say, that can't be Kyle who they sell me wine once a week. Yeah, that's Kyle.
Yeah.
But
Focus.
Yeah, completely focused. No friends.
Yeah, that's a different feeling altogether. That's Bay and they 2 separate people. Your Bay Street person and your work persona. That's completely different people.
It's interesting, as you guys mentioned this and talk about it, that every Bahamian understands that Junkanoo is part of their culture. But they don't understand it from the perspective that a Junkanoo understands it. Like you mentioned, you say it's wartime. The rest of us think it's just caroling time.
That's why I always say I don't argue Junkanoo with fans.
Yeah.
Because you don't know the blood, sweat, and tears that go into this thing we call Junkanoo. To just come on, Bay, and at the end of the day, when they do not call your name, and you be like, wow, just wow,
Well,
I don't argue Junkanoo with fans.
Well, you I hear that. We got another call coming in. Let's see what this caller has to say. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend Business. Caller, you're on. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I can hardly hear you on this side.
Oh, we can hear you fine, Sparky.
Very low. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Is this Sparky?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Talk, Sparky.
Man, I can't hear people, every Junkanoo, coming on this radio station begging for people to give you all one voice, That's what you are doing right now. You're trying to come on this radio show to beg for some judges to give you all one voice. You all know the real Junkanoo. You all know that's how Junkanoo is judged. First of all, half of all the people in the Bahamas is Saxons fan. One of them done by Junkanoo out a long time. All the judges them is Saxon's fans before they go to Reed Street. The Royal Village of Jonkaloo in the Bahamas, you know just who it is. It's the Valley Boys. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
I know y'all like hang up on
Yeah, no man, no Sparkies.
You know the real Jonkaloo champions are in this country. It's the Valley Boys.
Until when we reach.
In 58, the Valley Boys was the Jonkaloo champion of the world. But see, one of them got all the fans over there around McCullough Corner and half of the Bahamas because Wooler and the Shell Company done buy Jonkaloo, done bribe Jonkaloo.
What?
All the judges, all the...
All right, we can... Sparky getting inflammatory there, so you could... We'll talk about that some other time. But anyway...
But yeah, we can come back in January, Sparky.
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
finish that conversation.
Yeah, y'all can talk
we
about
go
that
down
later.
the road right now.
Another time, another place. So tell us about the organization. You mentioned that Roots is going to go to higher heights. You got a new executive team. Tell us what's in the future for Roots.
Well, with this production that has with the Atlantis, there's two things at play. The Atlantis wants to turn that into a little bit more of a residency.
Yeah.
So if we look at after the 3 months, what that'll turn into, and if we look at residency programs, let's think of Usher. He just finished a 2-year residency inside Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right. So it's that you become the house show
Mhm.
of the resort, and 2,000 plus rooms, and that's just exceptional. But it also provides the organization with the opportunity to take this production elsewhere. Right? It could be the Dundas Center, it could be the Nassau Cruise Port,
Right.
or it could be wherever Atlantis and the Ministry of Tourism sees us, and can use it, kind of thing. But it's also us now getting deep into the community and developing another generation of roots, right? So we're not really into that Junkanoo draft thing. It's this thing that exists, in the season where you move from this group to that group. We want to develop the next generation of roots.
Right.
Kira and Sarge can tell you the folks who are going to take down this organization this year, including myself, when we really had our very last big dominant win in 2006, these were fellas who were leading the tum-tum line, who were beating bass drums, who were ringing cowbells in 3-piece. These are the guys who are carrying down step-down costumes, off-the-shoulder costumes, and contributing in very small ways to the organization, poking their head inside the Showtime shack to lend assistance in the direction in terms of color and decoration and that kind of stuff. So what you're going to see everybody talking, and they talking about roots as though this is the old roots. The roots that people used to refer to as garbage, or the group that people used to say used to beat themselves. Bring all of them talks to Bay Street.
I tell you that, and I can say this. We have some young men, like Kyle mentioned. I was the director of the entire back line, has been now transitioned to Mr. Sandy Miller, who I think is doing an excellent job at this present time. And we have one of our bass drummers. I'll never forget the way he persevered. His name is Harry Camp, right? AKA the Cabbage. He's doing an excellent job, I must say. He takes on the task like I had always wanted people to be tenacious, be bold and ready to go. And we have lots of other young persons, you understand, like the pumpkin, you understand? We have the young man, he leads the tum-tum line. And then we have one of our youngest drummer who's going to roll over the drums. His name is Vante Camp.
Okay.
You understand? And these young people, they have been, like Kyle said, they were young boys who were like beating the tum-tums, toting the little drums, and so on. They now became men. And what Roots is doing, we trying to foster a better relationship with the young people, because if you notice, a lot of them going astray. They being fed wrongly in the areas and the communities that they may live in, where they end up joining gangs and end up using and becoming abuse of marijuana and alcohol at a very early age. And a lot of them, if you notice, even in the schools, the testosterone level of a lot of the children, it is heightened by gang violence or just being promiscuous or just acting out of character as the children and the childhood we once grew up as children once upon a time. If you notice, it has been a paradigm shift. And so Roots Foster, if you notice, two young persons went up on the stage to select the numbers. And they did an excellent job, which gave Roots a big advantage over the Wally and the Saxons and all of the other groups. And I can tell you, we're going to sit down Boxing Day and we're going to watch them. And I can tell you, my brother, one fault they make, Roots ain't making none. We will mash them under the ground when we roll over.
They slip, we
I tell
slide.
you, they slipping and thing and smiling.
All right.
But you know, smiling, but we go in the war when you see me mount up. Mask on. Let's
All right.
go.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to go to a break, and Morning Blend Business will return on the other side.
There's a new electric vehicle in town. The Jack brand of SUVs, trucks, sedans, and commercial vans. Available only at Easy Car Sales, home of the fully electric vehicle. For a powerful, smooth ride at a fraction of the cost to drive, leave the pump behind and hit the road with Jack. Visit easy242.com to see our brand new Jack models and drop into Easy Car Sales for a test drive. It'll have you singing. Hit the road with Jack and don't you pump gas no more.
They coming! Tonkin celebrates the 2023 holiday season as the title sponsor of Junkanoo Jingle to Bay 5K. It goes down Saturday, December 16th, starting at 6 a.m. right at Arawaki. Bring in the Yuletide with the Christmas race of the season in downtown Nassau. Dress in your best Santa suits, be it wool, cotton, linen, polyester, or even lingerie. Then let's walk, run, roll, and rush to Junkanoo music straight to Bay Street. Form a team and register your crew. Junkanoo Jingle the Bay 5K is proudly sponsored by Tonkin, Oak Tree, IL Cares, Guardian Radio, the Walk-In Clinic, Radio House, and the Bahamas Humane Society. Register today by logging on to fourseasonsracemanagement.com.
Fidelity can on this year with their new festive giveaway. You could win cash, an iPhone 15, get a bill paid off, PS5, all kind of things. Apply for a loan or an ASUS savings account, and you could win. Try our call them now. Here, 356-7764.
It's time for your morning business report brought to you by CFAL. Ahead of an official announcement about the country's record-breaking tourism numbers today, Nassau Cruise Port Limited has revealed that it has broken its all-time cruise visitor record set in 2019. As of the end of November, the port welcomed 3,869,003 passengers compared to a total of 3,859,183 at the end of 2019, the cruise port said in a statement. The NCP Chief Executive Officer Mike Morrow Jr. called the new record a monumental milestone. The statement adds that the Nassau Cruise Port is working toward a goal of 4.2 million passengers by the end of the year. And people continue to, quote, push the country's tax enforcement agency by being delinquent in their payments, leading the Department of Inland Revenue to continue to carry out seizures, Minister of Economic Affairs Michael Halkita said recently. While the Department of Inland Revenue has warned Bahamian businesses to bring their tax accounts current in order to prevent any punitive measures like asset seizures being handed down to them and their businesses, Halkita said some businesses continue to push the revenue agency to, quote, see what you could do. Seizures are a last resort, Halkita says, a very last resort. The very last resort. And as he launched the Blue Co-Caribbean Umbrella Coordination Program on Friday at the 2023 United Nations Climate Change Conference in Dubai, Prime Minister Philip Davis said this innovative funding tool will provide the foundation for strategic investments in the region's blue economy. Facilitated through the Green Climate Fund, the Blue Co program is a co-investment platform aimed at helping SIDS meet the Paris Agreement and SDG 14 targets and will act as an investment platform blending public and private finance by attracting funding from development partners, philanthropies, and the private sector. In international business, Europe's world-leading artificial intelligence rules are facing a do-or-die moment. Hailed as the world's first, European Union artificial intelligence rules are facing a make-or-break moment as negotiators try to hammer out the final details this week. Talks complicated by the sudden rise of generative AI that produces human-like work. First suggested in 2019, the EU's AI Act was expected to be the world's first comprehensive AI regulations, further cementing the 27-nation bloc's position as a global trendsetter when it comes to reining in the tech industry. But the process has been bogged down by a last-minute battle over how to govern systems that underpin general-purpose AI services like OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Bard chatbot. Big tech companies are lobbying against what they see as over-regulation that stifles innovation, while European lawmakers want added safeguards for the cutting-edge AI systems those companies are developing. And the stock market today, global shares trade mostly lower ahead of update on jobs and inflation. Global shares are mostly lower on Monday as investors awaited a slew of economic data set for release later in the week. France's CAC 40 shed 0.4% to 7,318.01, while Germany's DAX was flat at 16,307.11. Britain's FTSE 100 declined 0.6% to 7,486.18. U.S. shares were set to drift lower, with the future for the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 0.2%. The future for the S&P 500 lost 0.3%. China's Evergrande Hong Kong traded shares gained 9.2% after a Hong Kong court postponed until January 29th a hearing on its plan to restructure its massive debts. That's your morning business report brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. welcome back to Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. I'm Chester Robots. We're talking with Roots. We got a few minutes left. Did we get Quentin Brennan back there? No, he didn't. He wasn't able to come back. Okay. But we're having a great conversation about the Roots Junkanoo organization. This is not just a band that rushes on Bay Street every Christmas and New Year's. It's bigger than that.
Yeah. Bigger than Bay.
Yeah.
It's bigger than Bay. So tell us about that. Tell us about bigger than Bay in the future for the organization.
It starts with the structure of the organization, right? We all came into this Junkanoo where we refer to as Maximus leaders, right? There was one leader that held a lot of the power that was really separated from the organization. But here now we have a team of about 9 or 10 of us that together makes decisions on the organization. What that allows us to do is just about every voice can be heard on every subject matter that needs to be happening, whether it's in the general group meeting setting or it's something that's passed up through the sections. But with that, and as I mentioned earlier, is us just really getting a little bit more deeper into the community, right? And how do we move from supporting Roots members and scholarship and school funds to supporting community members, right? How do we move from just a once or twice food drive to being able to seriously assist with food security? And then how do we push the culture beyond Bay Street? And I think Junkanoo in Paradise is one of those things. And I think once we all see the direction that Junkanoo in Paradise goes, then it's just going to open a door that can't be closed, kind of thing.
Yeah. I like that we keep coming back to Junkanoo in Paradise. It really sounds like it's going to be a game changer for placing the culture of Junkanoo in a new place.
Yeah, and we have two great sponsors who value that, both Atlantis and Bahamas Striping. And so we wait and look forward with anticipation as to how we can partner with our second sponsor, Bahamas Striping, to further this cause.
How long? I want to ask. How long have all of you individually been involved in Junkanoo?
Me, 24 years.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
You're only 24 though.
Yeah.
Well, I remember my daddy used to put me on his neck. That was from 19. Give me a calculator, man. Wait. My daddy used to make sure that I had front row seats. There were no seats back then. I stood or sat in between the barricade. You know, you put your 2 foot in and you get stuck. And you hold on the rail and you watch.
Right.
My daddy made sure I either did that or he placed me around his neck. And for years, my brother, Junkanoo has been the thing. It's a motivating thing. Like I said to all of the opportunities that I had, to all of the successful governments, if they foster more energy in it, you see all the energy these young children have to fight. They can fight on the drums. They can fight with that on their cowbells. How to make music, harmonize the music, could tweak the music. You understand? And there's a lot of new instruments just recently have been introduced into Junkanoo. At first, they were not accepted. But now they are part of the percussion or the wind instruments, etc. And so as we get in later years, things are going to change. And that's why we bring in the young people. And you hear what Mrs. Brennan said and Mr. Stubbs said. We looking at fostering even better communication with the young people. Well, me as a police officer for over 38 years, I've been dealing with members of the public. They're very, very young, middle-aged, and the elderly, you know, and I feel like it's people like myself, like you, and all of us that is sitting here at this table, we need to reach out to some people that are hurting. Musically speaking, if you notice, if music is removed out of the world, a lot of people will die. I tell you that. You have all sorts of music that helps people There be even if you go in. You ever been and visited a hospice care facility? You hear the sound. You hear those soul ballads or those sentimental songs that keep people's minds at ease before the party. That is one of the most serious. That does not play because it touches the family and the person who's now preparing to go to another world. Music is just about everything. Yeah, so when it comes to Junkanoo, the Bahamian people, we have one of the greatest music that is performed and played, no amplifier, you know. Boom, 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 ready.
Yeah.
You understand?
Absolutely.
The conch shells. And so it makes our music unique and different. And people fall off their legs when they hear Junkanoo don't play.
That's right.
Junkanoo music, we don't need no or the current or hold on, we can wait till the current. What current? When we roll over the music and no conductor, you know. When we go there, we all play the music melodiously. It can only be one clear cut winner. This box and they and music. Roots. I want you to watch the scores. Not the score to say Roots win. I talking about figures. The numbers between first and the person who come in second, the Roots, can be astronomical. Huge, gigantic.
How big is that?
I tell you, it could be, they can feel like we cheat, but the people can say Roots deserve that. Melodiously, I say, the music will be played.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Miss Brandon, how long you been involved in Junkanoo?
All my life.
All your life.
Yeah, my.
You're only 24 too.
Listen, thank you. My family, they are actually founders of music makers.
Okay.
So I've been in Junkanoo all of my life.
All your life you had to fight too.
All my life I had to fight. Yeah. So it's been a journey. But like Saad say, the thing is, what I noticed at our last practice is that we have a lot of children that rushes in the back line. And I was kind of taken aback at the amount that we actually have that are learning to ring the bells, that are learning to beat the tum-tum and bass. So, we are moving and this is what is going to keep the culture going. Because, they say the older ones are going to eventually come out and leave the scene and walk away. So if we don't build it through the children, we'll be in problems.
Yeah, we gotta go. Our time is up. But tell her, how does one join a Junkanoo group?
You can just come out. You can come out to a practice on Wednesday. We're at the southern side of the Sports Center, closer to Government High School.
Okay.
You can reach out to us on social media, on Facebook. Don't forget, we are still trying to find that young lady, her parents. We got a spot for her for Boxing Day. Listen to me. Anyhow, I'll leave that alone. Yeah, on we're on Instagram as well. Roots Junkanoo, and you can just reach out to us, and somebody will respond. And I just want to remind, and anybody who wants to join us, we're at church on Sunday. New Destiny, Gladstone Road, 10 a.m. Bishop Dalton Fernando. We're gonna do a nice little rush out. We do our part. We're gonna leave the rest to God. See you all on day.
Definitely.
All right, Kyle Nakira War Daddy.
Listen, and when you come to church, like I say, what a mighty God we serve. Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and try, my big and to play. God has been great to our group.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
sir. Yes, sir.
That's our show for the day. Somebody is asking what the name of the app is to buy Junkanoo tickets. It is Alive Events.
Yep.
Alive Events, download it, 10 o'clock. It should be available now.
And get your tickets at 12.
Buy your tickets at 12. All the best. God bless. Have a great day, Bahamas. I'll be back tomorrow and the rest of the week.
There it is.
Have a great one.